I'm Shy Silverleaf and welcome to part 3 of this series, round split to flat join covering the flat join. Let's get started. Alright, to do the flat join, what you're going to do is I have worked this all the way up to the row where I want the flat join to happen, which in my case is row 13, as you can see by my markers, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay? You want to pick up about 6 or 7 loops on your hook. Could be a few more if you wish. I wouldn't do less, and you'll see why in just a minute. When using the flat join in a different pattern, such as this cute little skirt that I did, as you can see, I worked the bottom portion of the slit in flat, I did a flat join, and then worked in the round the rest of the way up. And the exact place where I changed over is right here, where the white's the background and the blue is the foreground, or overlay as I've been calling it. What you want to do in a different pattern is you want to plan for your flat join to be one row lower than where you think you're going to need it. The reason is the flat join hinges at the top, so it appears to happen one row higher than where it actually does, which is the exact opposite of the round split, which happens one row lower. So you plan for that one row higher. Hopefully I said that correctly in the previous video. Now, on to the flat join. Once you have your 6 or 7 stitches, you're going to turn the piece around. Okay. And you've got your selvage edge here. You're going to push the loops to the second end of your hook. Second end, this was the first end I was using. You are going to put your hook in the same place you've been putting it in throughout the whole portion of the flat work, which is behind your, come here, hold on, this is not cooperating. There we go. The vertical V right here and the vertical bar that's beside it. If I turn it upright, you can see there's the vertical bar and the vertical V that goes beside it. Okay. Now, I have been having oodles of fun with my, there you are, my tail. Okay, this is the second yarn. Make sure the tail is facing you, okay, and also make sure that the tail is long enough, okay, or excuse me, a nice long tail, because you're going to need it a little later on. Okay, tail is facing you, nice and long. Pick your work back up. What you're going to do is you're going to lay your yarn right beside the hook, right here. You're going to pinch it with your middle finger and your thumb. You can use your ring finger if you wish. I usually do. Okay, pinch them together so that you're holding the fabric and the yarn itself so it doesn't go anywhere. Okay, yarn over, pull through one. Okay, yarn over. Don't let go just yet. Yarn over, pull through 2. Now, let go. You're going to pinch these 2 now loops that you've just worked through so that it's nice and anchored as you do the next. Yarn over, pull through 2. If your second yarn will actually cooperate with you. Yarn over, pull through 2, work your way around until you have 3 loops on the hook. Then try and straighten out my yarn. What I do is I take the tail and I tuck it into, reach up with my fingers and tuck it into the middle of my mitt just to get it away. Give it a light little tug. I do not tie it off or weave it in because I've had to take this apart so many times it's not even funny, and it's much easier to do that if your tails aren't tied in quite yet. I will do that at the end. Okay, go ahead and work your way around to your next row, picking up your loops. I like to sing. I have my favorite songs. That doesn't mean I'm necessarily good at it. I'm good enough for my family. So you'll periodically hear me humming, especially when I get nervous. Turn it around, work the loops off. Okay, now, according to my calculations and experimenting with my other mitt, I'm going to actually do 2 full rounds and then a bind-off round to complete my mitts. Feel free to play around with the height, as tall and as short as you wish. Sorry it's taken so long to do this. My nerves keep getting the better of me. Alright, almost there. You go. Whoop. As you can see, I actually ended up cutting the yarn and having to switch it. So when you come across, if you have to do that, I would recommend doing it on the row, I did it on the forward pass. You could probably do it either way. Just when you come back around to it, give it a light little tug, because it will come loose as you're trying to work it. But you're going to work all the way up until where you did the flat join, because you're going to have to do something a little special. Right now, going from flat to round, your stitch count is off by 1, and we need to make up for that. Now, to get the stitch, move out of the way, from this side, you've already worked the flat join in the side V. What you're going to do is you're going to go up in the vertical, behind the vertical bar that's right beside the flat V, to get your loop that you would have gotten from the side, the selvage edge V in the flat part. Okay, now let me give this a little tug. As you saw, it was loosening up. In order to fix your stitch count, you need to pull up a loop right here in the flat join itself, and that is fun. If you look carefully, I'm going to loosen mine up. Okay, you'll see that the anatomy of the flat join is made up of 3 parts. You've got your front horizontal bar, and you've got 2 twisting back horizontal bars. What you're going to do is you're going to go under the front horizontal bar, and you're going to go between these 2 twisting right here. Let me separate those 2 out. See? Right here, I just pulled the bottom one down. You're going to go under this first horizontal bar, and you're going to go under the top of the 2 twisting horizontal bars. If you have to, feel free to loosen up your flat join just a little to find where on earth to put your hook. Go under the 2, yarn over, and pull it through. Once you have it, though, reach into the thumb hole and pull that nice and snug again. Okay, now let me repeat that so that you can see. Alright. Now, the loop that I loosened up is right here, this horizontal bar right next to my selvage edge. Loosen that up so that you can see where on earth your hook's going to be. And then pull it apart just a little. Okay, pull the bottom horizontal bar, and that gives you a clear view of where your hook's going to go. Once again, it's going to go under this front horizontal bar and under this top horizontal bar of the 2 that twist together. So slide your hook in there, yarn over, pull 1 loop, and then reach in the thumb hole, and it's this tail that's closest to your selvage edge. And yes, I know I say tail funny. It's that southern girl in me. Okay, and then when you come to the first stitch of the next round, you work it just like you normally do. Okay, let me move my stitch marker up so that I know where on earth I am at. And you continue working. I would do a good 1, 2, 3, let's do a good 5, maybe 6 along this front. Come on, you. Alright. Now, turn it over and work it off like you usually do. Hopefully your yarn cooperates a little better than mine is right now. Slide it to the second end using the second hook and the second yarn. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, all the way over. There we go, until we have 3. Give your flat join tail a nice little tug, and now it's anchored. Okay? You're going to work all the way around your desired number of times, like I said, -2, and then your round bind off to finish. Now when weaving in the tails, I'm going to pull the flat join tail forward, and this is the round split tail. You're going to do something special with these 2 tails right here. Okay, when you weave these in, you're going to want to go across your flat join with the flat tail to help reinforce it, and do the same thing with the round split tail across the round split. Okay, the reason is when wearing these fingerless gauntlets, mitts, whatever it happens to be, there's a lot of stress on these 2 spots right here, and by adding the yarn across these 2 places, you're adding some more strength so that they'll last longer. And that's all there is for the flat join. Thanks for watching part 3. Coming up next, part 4 of this series, tips and tricks for color work using 2 colors. This is Shy Silverleaf, and I'll see you later with Hook at the Ready.